Her pubic hair grew like a patch of grass that had been trampled by a passing army. As we go through life, we gradually discover who we are, but the more we discover, the more we lose ourselves. Her cry was the saddest sound of orgasm that I had ever heard. Friends don't need the intervention of a third party. Friendship's a voluntary thing. In a place far away from anyone or anywhere, I drifted off for a moment. I'm a coward when it comes to matters of the heart. That is my fatal flaw. Life's no piece of cake, mind you, but the recipe's my own to fool with. There is some risk, of course. But risk is the spice of life. When you are used to the kind of life of never getting anything you want, you stop knowing what it is you want. I wonder what ants do on rainy days. When the fire goes out, you'll start feeling the cold. You'll wake up whether you want to or not. Among the many values in life, I appreciate freedom most. What we needed were not words and promises, but a steady accumulation of small realities. The fresh smell of coffee soon wafted through the apartment, the smell that separates night from day. It's pretty thin, the wall separating healthy confidence and unhealthy pride. I'm just kinda tired. Like a monkey in the rain. Loneliness becomes an acid that eats away at you. An unhealthy soul requires a healthy body. Pointless thinking is worse than no thinking at all. Things pass us by. Nobody can catch them. That's the way we live our lives. My point is, in this whole wide world, the only person you can depend on is you. Killing time is not an easy job. I have no models in Japanese literature. I created my own style, my own way. 2/3 of Earth's surface is ocean, and all we can see with the naked eye is the surface. Everything seemed once upon a time. Our responsibility begins with our imagination. Most of what I know about writing I've learned through running every day. How much do you love me? Midori asked. Enough to melt all the tigers in the world to butter, I said. Whiskey, like a beautiful woman, demands appreciation. You gaze first, then it's time to drink. Life is so uncertain, you never know what could happen. One way to deal with that is to keep your pajamas washed. The sky grew darker, painted blue on blue, one stroke at a time, into deeper and deeper shades of night. Life is like a box of cookies. Until the bitter end, the emptiness inside her was hers alone. Despite your best efforts, people are going to be hurt when it's time for them to be hurt. While they're still alive, people can become ghosts. Sometimes when I think of life, I feel like a piece of driftwood washed up on shore. Music has that power to revive memories, sometimes so intensely that they hurt. Sometimes you're just the sweetest thing. Like Christmas, summer vacation, and a brand new puppy rolled into one. Something in her small eyes caught the sunlight and glistened, like a glacier on the faraway face of a mountain. Still, in the end, we all die just the same. Life doesn't require ideals. It requires standards of action. A person learns how to love himself through the simple acts of loving and being loved by someone else. Nobody's going to win all the time. On the highway of life, you can't always be in the fast lane. Nothing so consumes a person as meaningless exertion. They were each like a mirror for the other, reflecting the changes in themselves. Thinking about spaghetti that boils eternally but is never done is a sad, sad thing. Crying is personal. On the other hand, laughing is more general. Laughing makes our hearts wider. Death leaves cans of shaving cream half-used. Most runners run not because they want to live longer, but because they want to live life to the fullest. When it's all over, it'll seem like a dream. A person's destiny is something you look back at afterwards, not something to be known in advance. Civilization is communication, the doctor said. That which is not expressed doesn't exist. people are drawn deeper into tragedy not by their defects, but by their virtues.